Hello, everybody. It's just Carrie tonight. Just me. Nobody else. Whitney's at softball, so tonight you just get me. I know, it's so exciting. I'm kind of running a little bit behind, so I am just now filling up my tasting sheet. Probably should have done this earlier. I've had this wine open for a couple hours. It's been a long evening. Lee is playing softball with Whitney, and my children were just crazy tonight. Absolutely insane. Like screaming because when one went upstairs, he was colder than when he was downstairs, but didn't want to be downstairs because everyone else was upstairs. So we had meltdowns. We had indecisive dinner. We made dinner a couple times because the first stuff just wasn't good enough. So it's been a good night. The wine's been flowing for a little bit. Whitney came over earlier a couple times, and we popped open the wine just to try it early because she was so sad that she was missing out tonight. So then she came back mid-meltdown and she was like, what in the world is going on right now? And, you know, you get to a point where you just kind of ignore it and, like, don't really hear it anymore, and you're just floating through life as a abused mother by two tiny monsters. Love them to death, but they're finally sleeping, and the wine tastes so much better now. It's crazy how that happens. So anyways, tonight, Whitney's not here, so I got to pick my own wine. So obviously I went with a Napa Cab, but it's for a good reason. As probably all of you guys know, they are fighting wildfires over there, and I saw a map today of where the current fires are and how close they are to some wineries, and it's so sad. I mean, we shouldn't be so sad about the wine. There are people that are literally losing their lives there. It is just terrible. But it's also pretty sad that the vineyards are being affected. I know that most of them have closed their tours, they've closed their tasting rooms, even those that are not being affected. They're all feeling effects from it. So very sad when anybody's going through any kind of devastation like that. But my husband was talking about fun charity groups not too long ago. And anybody that knows my husband knows he loves that stuff. Last year for the Gatlinburg fires, we donated a bunch of stuff at Christmas to the children of Gatlinburg. So, you know, we're obviously looking for ways to donate. And I, at the same time, pulled up my Instagram and I was scrolling through all of our wine pages, and someone had put up a little meme or something that said, if you're looking to support Napa Valley through all of the fires, drink Napa Valley. Keep your money coming into these companies and, you know, keep supporting them in that way. Or you can donate to the Red Cross. But I am currently choosing to just drink the Napa Cab. So I told my husband all that information. I got the biggest eye roll ever. I didn't even have to see it to know that I was getting an eye roll. I could feel it. It was pretty intense. But anyways, here we are, drinking our Napa Cab. Whitney is so sad. Not as sad as I would be if she had been doing this without me, but she's pretty sad. But hopefully they're killing it at softball right now. They had a late game tonight, so they didn't even start until 8 o'clock. Whitney's probably sleeping in the outfield because anybody that knows her knows that she goes to bed early. She's like an old lady. It's wearing off on me because now I go to bed early because she goes to bed early and then I have nothing to do. So once she leaves and the wine gets recorked, I go to bed too because then we go run in the morning. So anyways, it's fun to make fun of her, especially when she's not here. So anyways, this Napa Cellars, it's kind of hard to see it. There we go. Came into vision. Originally, it was founded in 1970 it passed through several hands. The vineyard was changed over a couple times. And then in 1996, my mother, who is watching, will like this little bit of information. It was purchased by Kerner Rombauer? That's correct, Rombauer. We actually, while I was in Illinois last week, we had a Rombauer Merlot. It was fantastic, and I was sitting there saying, I need to do a review of this. We need to feature this wine. So my family told me a really interesting story about Kerner Rombauer, which is apparently his name. I need to find more information on that before I try to retell the story, because otherwise I will surely butcher it. But we're going to do that Merlot one night, and I promise I will have the story. It somehow relates back to my hometown. There's a family that goes by Kerner. They thought there was a tie. But anyways, really interesting information about that guy, and I will get that story. Sorry to leave you with a little teaser story there, but that's all I got for you. But beyond that, I mean, pretty cool little vineyard. One of the Napa vineyards, so I obviously love it. It's a very, very, very smooth Cabernet, but I say that about all Napa Cabernets. So nothing crazy stands out about it. Very delicious. I would buy it again and again and again. It's fantastic. It honestly drinks like a more expensive Napa Cab. I think this one was $28, and I mean, I've definitely bought more expensive bottles of Napa Cabs, and this drinks just as well. It's delicious. So I am thoroughly enjoying it, especially after my crazy day today. And I wanted to give you guys some cool information that I found out. They actually had on their website, I mean, the name of their Napa cellars. So I think they feel like they need to give a little bit of information about Napa Valley just because they use it in their title. So anyways, I found out just some cool little fun facts about Napa Valley. So especially since we're talking about trying to help them out, trying to support Napa Valley, I just felt like this was some pretty cool information. Napa Valley was originally founded in 1839 by a settler known as George Calvert Yount. And he just noticed that within the land it would be a great place to harvest grapes and to grow a vineyard. And so he gave it a try. It was wildly successful, especially for back then. And in 1961, the valley had its first commercial winery. And 28 years later, they had more than 140 wineries established. So Napa Valley has been wildly popular for so long. They, they go up against wine tastings with, I mean, some just crazy labels from all over the world. And Napa is usually a top runner. So I've always been a huge fan of Napa Cabs. They are just my favorite. They're very easy to drink. I will continue to support Napa, especially through this wildfire. Shop locally. Shop Napa. Buy some Napa Cabs. You don't even have to order it from like their website. Just go to the store and buy some Napa Cabs. Let's be supportive here, people. But that's really all I had for you guys tonight. This is a good one. Again, Napa Cellars. I'm not exactly sure what we're doing next week. We weren't sure what we were doing this week. We've been asking for some requests from you guys, what you've possibly seen on the shelf, something that you're interested in but you don't want to try yourself. Give it to us. We will we'll go pick it up at the store, give a review. Hopefully soon we'll be back to writing our reviews, and hopefully soon we'll be back to having two of us, because this is difficult to talk by yourself. Keep trying to look over to Whitney and she's just not there. So we'll both be back next week and the week after that and the week after that. And there are no plans of us being on separate schedules after this. So sorry I missed you all last week. I miss you all terribly, and I'm so happy to be back. And soon we'll start getting our articles back out there because they're kind of fun to go back and check up on and go back and read them. So anyways, let us know if you guys have a suggestion or a recommendation for next week. If we don't get one from you guys, then we will go ahead and pick something and let you know as soon as possible what that's going to be. I think soon we're hoping to do some kind of spooky labeled Halloween version of a wine. Just because Halloween's coming up. I really want to do that pumpkin wine, but Whitney just won't get on board with it. Crazy. She's so picky. It's so easy to talk about her when she's not here. She's not even typing on it because she's playing a game, so she can't even comment to this. It's fantastic. Usually I'd be getting that stare right now from over here where she would just be staring directly at the side of my face. You can feel those. They're intense. Her and Lee are both like that. They have the intense stares that you can just feel it in your soul. They're probably watching this right now, and I'm probably getting the stares as we speak. Anyways, thanks for joining me tonight, guys. We will get back to you with next week's wine. In the meantime, go pick up a Napa Valley, Sonoma Valley. Go pick up some kind of California wine. Help support these wineries. They're going through a tough time right now, so drink local. Go support them. It's a good excuse to buy a good bottle of wine. Bye, guys. Cheers.